Need for this sort of patenting in there. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Ko Paseta Sam Lotu-Iiga.
Thanks, Mr. Speaker. It's a privilege to stand and speak to the second reading of the Patents Amendment Bill. And Sir, may I just commend the Minister, the Honourable Craig Foss, for continuing on the fine work of the last Minister. And also what's been mentioned here tonight, Sir, has been the work of the Select Committee under the last Parliament in terms of bringing together the quite difficult issues around patents. Sir, the bill actually updates a statute which is 59 years old, and being such an archaic statute, it really is about bringing the reform process to bear on some of our important statutes on our books. And it complements the economic growth agenda that this government is running in terms of promoting science and innovation, in terms of promoting economic growth and jobs and opportunities. And intellectual property is an important part of that, because as we've already heard today, it's balancing research, development and innovation and the rights of those that put an investment of resources and funds into those things, also with the rights of those who want to get on and do business. So this is about making a balanced approach to what are important issues around intellectual property rights. So, Sir, it is about removing some of the impediments, certainly that were in the old bill. And how that works is we considered what patents are. So it looks at novelty and inventive step, and all countries consider information made available anywhere in the world when they look at patents, and applicants are generally not given the benefit of the doubt in any dispute. But under the old statute, novelty is determined on the basis of what is known in New Zealand. So from that you can get quite distorted outcomes around how patent rights are granted in New Zealand. And so those rights can often be broader than what would be available in other countries. And Mr. Mallard knows that. And it has the potential to disadvantage New Zealand businesses and consumers, as technology is freely available elsewhere, which are covered by these patents. So much of our innovation has already been stated, and I see a lot of this in my own electorate of Maungakiekie. A lot of it is incremental, and it builds on what has gone on before. And we certainly grappled with a number of issues around computer software, around computer programs. But on this side of the House, we are committed and determined to focus on boosting growth and jobs. And so this bill, Sir, in its entirety is about updating our patent laws and providing incentives for innovation. And we've got to balance that out with those that are taking on new inventions and adding to them. So I commend this bill to the House. I certainly support the recommendations that were made by the Commerce Select Committee, and I sat on that Select Committee in the last Parliament, and I certainly commend this bill to the House. Thank you, Sir.
Called Dennis O'Rourke.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. With only a couple of reservations, New Zealand